What was the strangest moment in your life that you still can't explain up to this day? This one time when I was little, my dad woke me up at like 2 a.m. and he said, "Get ready, we're going to McDonald's." I was so fucking confused and kept asking why, but he wouldn't answer anything besides, "Because ought to have fun." The rest of my family, 2 brothers, sister, and mom, didn't come with a nook. They were still asleep when we left. The place was closed, and we just kinda sat there for an hour or so eating, then went back home. To this day, I still have no idea why he frantically needed me out of the house, and he swears he doesn't remember that happening, but the whole thing was so weird that I kept the toy that I got from the Happy Meal to remember it by, that I still have it to this day. Because it's my only proof of this weird fucking night that my dad, almost scarily, hurried me to McDonald's at 2 a.m. I have 2 thoughts. My sister shit the bed and they were worried I'd make fun of her. Maybe they somehow noticed like rats or something in my room, but were worried I wouldn't be able to sleep if I knew that there were rats and they needed an hour or so to get it out. Either way, very strange night that my dad refuses to tell me the truth about, which only makes me think it's something much worse. Like, I'm 23 now. If he said, "Yeah, sister shit the bed and we didn't want you to know," I'd have been like, cool, nice, good thinking, lol. But he refuses to believe that it happened. What happened? Your dad thought to himself, "This is going to fuck with him for the rest of his life, and oh my god, it's going to be hilarious." I need answers to this one too. Tell your dad I said to fess up. I spent a night a bit drunk with some friends, sketching and sharing new ideas for an art project we were working on. We talked a lot about using a fire extinguisher filled with paint for a background effect on huge canvas or a full room, but were wondering where we could get one for cheap and if it would work as we expected. Around 5 a.m. I leave my friend's apartment to take the first subway home, and I shit you not, 2 streets further on my way and in the middle of the sidewalk there is a fucking empty fire extinguisher. Took it home. It was such a strange coincidence, since I never stumbled upon an empty fire extinguisher in the street at any other point in my life. I was pretty sure I dreamt about it when I woke up later, but nope, it was still in the corner of my bedroom. Ever use it for the art idea? Seems like a cool concept. And? Did you fill it with paint? Did it work as you expected? I saw my doppelganger while driving in a parking lot. We passed each other going super slow, and made eye contact. We both started laughing, and then continued on. My wife was sitting in the passenger seat, and saw him as well. It was super weird, and really fun for whatever reason. We still talk about it 10 years later. I regret not stopping and finding the guy to take a photo together. I saw Santa driving one day and I was so giddy from it my husband thought I was crazy for being so happy. It was like October or something, and this guy was dressed up in a good quality suit and he had a real beard and everything. It was amazing. You know what? I live in Vancouver, Canada. I bet Hubie was filming something in the area. You aren't meant to interact with your doppelganger. This happened when I was in 8th grade. I attended a small private Christian school at the time. School started at 8, but my dad had to work early, so he usually would drop me off at about 7:15. I would then go to before care, where an adult basically supervised everyone who was early. I remember it as an ordinary morning. I felt totally fine and did what I usually did in before care, went to the back corner of the cafeteria, lay my head down on the table and close my eyes for a few minutes before my school day began. All of a sudden I started experiencing this sharp pain in my chest. The best I can describe it was it felt like my chest was having a cramp like you get in your legs when working out or playing sports. I didn't panic, but I got out of my chair and quickly walked out of the room and down the hallway towards the restroom. As I walked down the hallway the pain got sharper and sharper and my vision started going dark. The last thing I remember was falling to my knees and realizing I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom. By the time I was completely on the floor, I was unconscious. I have no idea how long I was out. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on the floor of the hallway, and I quickly realized two things that I to this day find strange about the situation. The last thought I had before I passed out was realizing I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom, yet when I woke up, I was actually a few steps past the door to the bathroom. This was near the end of the before care time period. School was about to start and the hallway at this point was usually pretty busy, yet when I went to go to the bathroom, the hallway was empty, and when I woke up, the hallway was empty. I went into the bathroom to compose myself and make sure that whatever happened wouldn't start again. After that I went back to before care and on with my day. I felt completely fine, and to this day that pain in my chest has never returned. Edit, holy crap. I went to bed shortly after posting this and woke up to about 30 Reddit notifications. Thanks for the award whoever. As for the people who said I should talk to a doctor, I actually have a checkup appointment in a couple weeks. I'll be sure to bring it up. Are you sure you aren't actually dead? Well, when you started, it sounded exactly like precordial catch syndrome. Super common in kids. I had it and my mom took me into the doctor, who just stared at me in disbelief when I said it hurts when I breathe, and I couldn't understand why both of them were acting like I was wasting their time. It feels like someone is stabbing an ice pick straight through your chest cavity, into a lung, then into your heart. I've never passed out from it though, so we'll say yours may be something more serious. But also, precordial catch is something kids grow out of, generally. I still got it, very occasionally in my early 20s, but I honestly can't remember the last time I had it. I couldn't even remember the name of it, and I had to look it up to make this comment for you. So if you've never had an incident again, maybe that also fits. I was at work several years ago, and a co-worker, S, had a massive seizure. He later told us he had never had one before. Everyone started freaking out, and a man came over and gently held S down because he was in danger of slamming into a desk. When the seizure passed, the man stood up and said ambulance should be here soon, so my work is done, and left. The weird thing? Nobody had any idea who that guy was. We were also concerned about S that we didn't really register that the guy was a stranger until S was taken to the hospital. We were in a building that required a key card to enter, and it was closed to the general public. There were only 12 of us in that office, and he wasn't one of us. So who the hell was he? Guardian angel, time traveler, janitor, flushed face. Sam Beckett. I had a dream once, and within the next month, everything from that dream happened in real life. For example, in the dream my wife rearranged our room, which is weird because she hates rearranging stuff, and then the next week she arranged it exactly like dream. In the dream I also got promoted, and then less than a week later I did in real life. My dad used to dream people died a few weeks before. An uncle said, "Don't tell me if you dream about me. Can you dream for me, friend?" Friends and I in my shitty Mazda smoking weed in the alley behind my chfes house. Neighbor walks out and starts punching an electric pole until his hands look like hamburger meat and there is blood soaking his white shirt. He calmly walks back into his house. We uncalmly get the fuck out of there. He had just played Ark, Survival Evolved for 40 hours straight and was trying to get wood. We've all been there. Lol, he was asserting dominance. My mom was looking at an old photo album and talking about a party that she organized for her co-workers more than 25 years ago. She said that it was nice of me to have helped her there setting up the tables etc. I have zero recollection of that party, nothing, so I thought she was joking. Then she showed me the pictures and I'm there. WTF. It's not like I was a kid. I was maybe 19 or 20. I wonder what else my brain erased. As someone with a poor memory for my own life, great memory for song lyrics, though, I would not even be remotely fazed if this happened to me. After I totaled my car, a man with burnt scars all over his face and hands came to my window. He asked if I was okay and then came and sat in the passenger seat. He said, "I need you to know that everything happens for a reason." I said, "I know." The next thing I know, I'm talking to the other driver and police and the guy is just gone. No one else saw him. Anything out of the ordinary or things that changed your life's trajectory happened since that day? Oh hell no. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.